From 2015. Simple things, sometimes beautiful, enrage lefties. A meme of President George W. Bush hugging a soldier seated on an aircraft while the president is standing in the aisle inspires enraged denunciations. They say he lied about weapons of mass destruction. He laughed about weapons of mass destruction. He killed the soldier he hugged. He started war for oil. He was a drug user and drunk. Sometimes the accuser claims he was a convicted drug user. President Bush is an evangelical Christian, and he had been drunk and abusing amphetamines when he decided he needed to be born again. That was before his father had become president. The war against Iraq had nothing to do with U.S. oil interests, but was a direct result of Saddam Hussein supporting jihadists who had used a civilian aircraft to take down the Twin Towers in New York City and attack the Pentagon and White House. The weapons of mass destruction existed and were known by the press to exist. When the UN decommissioned them after Syria used them against her own people, it was found that they had come from Iraq and had been developed there with the help of Jimmy Carter's administration. It is sad to see such hatred. One wonders what the haters would say had President Bush ignored cries for help from U.S. soldiers, gave money to terrorist organizations like Hamas, and allowed superior weaponry to be captured by jihadis. What if President Bush authorized a program giving weapons to drug-running Mexicans and danced with Beyonce instead of addressing the immediate need of those dying in his service? One either appreciates beauty or one misses it. Hatred by lefties opposes mining too. A mine using cyanide in extraction at Lake Cowell gold mine in New South Wales is being memed to death with a picture of the lake being almost on top of the mine. The suggestion is that all life connected with the lake could be extinguished by a cyanide spill. All the fish stock would be gone, all the fauna would be killed, all the flora would die too. Only the lake only exists part of the year, and some years not at all. There are no fish in it. It is desert country. The processing can clearly be seen to be on a large rise which, relative to surrounding countryside, would require Noah-like floods to be compromised. But haters don't care about such. It is a scare campaign, and believers don't need reason. New York celebrates raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. It isn't enough to live on without help, and it means those who rely on disposable income while living at home will do better if they retain their jobs, or worse if they lose their jobs. It is a tremendous boost to those who work illegally, as there is now greater incentive to employ them. In Australia, artists are struggling now that the Attorney General has stopped giving them handouts to attack Conservative government. Anecdotes suggest they may have to work. One such handout may have funded the work claiming global warming killed mammoths. Maybe Shorten hopes to revive mammoths with his tax on carbon dioxide. Funny how the left promote their great moments. Emily List are promoting Gillard's famous failed misogyny speech by turning Gillard's face into a tea towel. Maybe Paul Keating's description of Australia as the arse end of the world will now be made as toilet paper. And Bob Hawke will become a silly old bugger while Rudd gets his rat effer.